G'day mates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to talk about why some of the biggest pros and content creators in the world aren't playing this new season at all. They're saying it's by far the worst they've ever tried to play. Ronaldo and Cypher PK were streaming on Arena Point reset day. They got stream sniped so badly, they hated the season so much, they've both already given up. Cypher PK has been playing Warzone, Ronaldo's playing H1Z1. You had Clicks not even streaming on the day of the Arena Point reset. I just want to talk about why this might be maybe some improvements I think the season could have, because I've never seen a season that both the pros and the casuals dislike so much, and I think with some small tweaks it could be so much better. I do want to talk about some of the positives as well. I want to talk about the race to Champions Division and how two players actually managed to beat Marzo W, only just. It came so close in the end. Mars still became the first to get it in solos, but it was a Brazilian duo that managed to beat him out, so I want to talk about that a little bit as well. So it probably doesn't come as too much of a surprise that a lot of people aren't enjoying this season. If you are, congratulations, that's awesome. I'm not here to tell you why you shouldn't be enjoying it. If you're loving it, that's fantastic. But I just want to talk about how it is very evident that a large part of the community, both pro and casual, aren't enjoying it. Whether it was the preseason and not having Arena Points reset and how nothing changed. We had Cuttlefish vaulted, but they're going to be coming back, and that wasn't really a change, but nothing else happened. We didn't have any of the guns nerfed. We didn't have any of them balanced. We didn't have any items added. The preseason was just there, and Epic's come out and said this, not to test the meta. It was to let people get used to the meta playing Arena before their points reset. But whether it was just the Arena Point reset or people really don't like this season, we're already seeing insanely long queue times. I'm not even going to talk about OCE because I'm used to terrible queue times on OCE. They've taken out Arena duos already. They've taken out Arena box fights already. But overall, the other regions, NA, EU, they're getting way longer queue times than they ever have before. So whether it's just the preseason kind of ruined people's excitement or people just aren't enjoying the season, whatever reason it is, right now people are not playing Arena, and we've only got, I think, what, 7 or 8 days by the time this video comes out until the first cash cup that you need to be Champions Division by. There are not going to be many people who get Champions Division by the time of this tournament based on how it's going. Last night again, OCE was getting 2-hour queue times at 4,000 points. I saw NA East guys today getting 25 minute queue times at 4,000 points. How can you get Champions Division if in one of the biggest regions in the world is taking almost 30 minutes to get a single game? People aren't enjoying the season. You can't argue with that. Whether you're enjoying it, that's great, but a good majority of the players aren't, and I think there's some major reasons for that. The first one obviously is the shotgun. Right now, the primal shotgun, it's not fun to use, really. It's kind of fun when you jump in a box and you hit someone, it's like, ah, look how fast he died. But after a while, it gets really old and it's really not fun to verse. I think nerfing the damage on that a little bit could be it, but I don't actually think that's the big reason why this season's so unfun. So many people keep saying it's the primal shotgun, but I don't think that's it. It's the fact that you have to spend so long of your game now farming before it becomes enjoyable. There is so much more RNG in the game right now. It is insane. You've taken out 100% chest spawns, which already adds massive amount of spawn RNG. You add these makeshift guns that are pretty terrible and no one likes to use them. So if someone finds a real gun on spawn, whether it be primal or mechanical, and you're stuck with makeshift, you're probably gonna lose. Then if you want to get the weapon you want, let's say you want to get a mechanical pump, you then have RNG on how many mechanical parts you get from the vehicle you're breaking. Like, you see where I'm going with this, right? There just feels like there's a lot of luck in the game right now, and because of that, it feels like when you're versing opponents, you're not getting a good fair fight. You're always losing because they just had better loot for the most part. And I don't like blaming RNG or luck if you don't know what RNG means, because I feel like it's a bit of a cop-out. But right now in the season, it really does feel like some games the other person just gets way better loot on spawn and they take you out, and it's never really been this bad. And if you want to avoid that, you have to land on the edge of the map, you have to find your weapons, you spend 10 minutes breaking every single car, you upgrade it, and then you hope you don't run into someone who then eliminates you because they, again, just primal shotgun in your box, they have an RPG, or they just maybe are a better player, which does happen. But after you've just spent 10-15 minutes finally getting the loadout you want, to lose your first fight, even if it's your own fault, It feels terrible right now. And this is something that's not just affecting casuals, it's affecting pros. Because let's think about other seasons, right? There's been like the drum gun season. A lot of pros didn't like it, but a lot of casuals really did. They found it fun. They liked the fact they could get a strong weapon. They could jump in the box and spray out the pro who's trying to build and sweat on them. You know what I mean? I've never seen a season though that looks like it's going to be pretty bad competitively, but also a lot of casuals don't like. You guys know me, I don't like to just complain without solutions. The only reason why I'm saying this is I hope that Epic can see something right about this. They can maybe go in a different direction and fix this, because I think they will before tournaments come around. I have faith. They've been really good at fixing stuff in the past, but my solutions would be two major things. You've got to just make the makeshifts better. You just got to make them more fun to use, so I'm not running away farming cars before I turn around and fight someone because I know my gun is useless. So makeshift shotgun probably should have 3 pellets, not 2. It should probably have a faster reload and maybe a bit more damage, but even just 3 shots would feel so much better to use. I think the makeshift assault rifle, to make it viable, just needs first shot accuracy. The fact that it has no first shot accuracy, so I'm just bloom battling constantly, is really frustrating. Or you could do both of these, but definitely there needs to be a change where lower rarity makeshifts take less parts to upgrade. So I'm imagining that a gray makeshift should take either 1 mechanical part or 1 bone to upgrade. Green should take 2 and blue should take 3. So if I find a gray if I find a gray makeshift shotgun and I'm inside a building and there's a toolbox, I hit that toolbox, I get 1 mechanical part, I upgrade my shotgun. It really does just reduce that RNG, but it also still kind of adds that crafting element to the game, so it makes it a bit more fun. And I think there should be more things around that actually drop the mechanical parts and the bones inside the houses, like the toolboxes or like the skulls on the bridges near the like bony burbs and stuff. Just things like that to kind of, again, let people play the way they want and not have to fight with these makeshifts constantly, or make the makeshifts actually fun to fight with, so it doesn't just mean, oh, you got a primal shotgun and I have a makeshift, doesn't matter how well I play this, you're gonna kill me. That's just how the game is right now. This isn't just affecting people streaming and playing Arena, it's also affecting scrims right now. Again, we have Cash Cup starting in about a week, and we don't really have any pro scrims going on. OCE's been running their CPL pro scrims, which I'm really proud of them actually getting 100 pros together. The games have been filling, they're pretty stacked. NA East has been running prac scrims. I don't want to say there's nothing going on, but again, they're not elite scrims. If you guys don't know the difference in NA East, elite is like the top 100 to 150 pros. Prac is the level down from that. So while there has been some really top tier pros like Scoped, like Colazo playing in the prac scrims, it hasn't been that like lobby of 100 pro players, and that's because a lot of them just don't want to play right now. They're demotivated, they're not enjoying it. Again, they have to try to get Champs Division in the next week to play the Cash Cups, but half of them just aren't even playing from what I can see based on the queue times, because the ones that actually are playing, like I said, like Macwood, are getting hit with 30-minute queue times. So again, it's easy to see that competitively, it's looking a little bit rough, and the way I've talked about reducing the spawn fighting, that's going to matter a lot for Arena and Cash Cups. But when it comes to FNCS right now, again, the way this meta looks right now is a little bit rough. There's no mobility right now. If you get the mechanical parts, or you have a drop spot that has really strong mechanical parts, or a drop spot that doesn't, like Shamble drop spots just don't work right now. If you're running around with a primal AR and then a makeshift shotgun, you're just not beating a team that's managed to double mechanical upgrade. There are no snipers, which is great, but it also means that no one's getting Storm Surge, so it's forcing people to either run 3 or 2 stink bows and just stink bow every single person, or it's forcing them to box fight for their surge and just take these massive 50-50 fights that in FNCS and competitive are going to be so frustrating to watch. You're going to watch the team in 2nd or 1st place, absolutely stacked, looking good. They're going to run into a team that's completely shambles, no loot, no Storm Surge, who's just going to box fight their way in, primal shotguns, doof, 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 doof. Like, you can imagine how brutal this is going to look. So again, I'm hoping that Epic makes some big competitive changes before FNCS and Cash Cups come around, because I don't hate the premise of this season. I don't hate the idea of crafting. I just think the balancing's a little bit off, and I do think either bounce pads need to come back or some form of mobility, because all the cars are being farmed out. There's no crystals anymore. There's no sand. We have chickens, and that's literally it. That's not going to be good enough. I think they need to add bounce pads, maybe like launch pads if they could come back, or just some form of mobility permanently around the map. Add some geysers, just something. There needs to be some way to move around the map where if you don't get a zone, you're not just completely ruined. I'm going to try to watch some pro scrims on my stream in the next few days. I had my fun playing Arena. I'm still going to keep doing that. Don't get me wrong. But if there are some decent scrims going on, I want to watch and see how they play out. So again, make sure you check out my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Aussie Antics. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't as well, because I'll make a video in the next few days, like what I learned from watching pro scrims, to see if maybe the teams have figured out some ways around this, just in case Epic doesn't make those changes and you're trying to prepare for Cash Cups and FNCS. Let's figure out how the pros are doing it. All right, now moving on to some of the guys who are still grinding through all of this. Despite this, we do have the Brazilian duo who managed to beat out Marzo W to getting Champions Division first in the next day. So Arena Points reset, they had it within 24 hours. We had the Brazilian duo GSX96 and X8SLW. So I can't seem to find the socials for X8SLW, but I'm going to link GSX FPS down below if you want to check out his Twitch and his YouTube. They did do it by duoing as well, so they managed to just beat out Marzo W. I saw this photo of the hype leaderboard posted on the Fortnite comp Reddit, and it just showed GSX beating out Mars. So I don't know if X8 was up there as well, and maybe it just didn't render. But man, Marzo W grinding it out in solos, getting to 6k points in less than 24 hours. I don't need to tell you who Marzo W is, but again, always check out his socials. They'll be in the link in the description down below. Super wholesome streamer, super wholesome content creator as well. One of the most fun guys when a new season drops and everyone's hating life, to just go and watch him play and just enjoy it as well. It was super cool to see, especially like I said, in this current meta where I'm arguing there's a lot of RNG on spawn, it's a lot of frustration, it's really slow, and you've still got guys like Marzo W after getting over 300,000 points last season, turning up this season and in within 24 hours keeping his cool, not tilting, and just absolutely dominating it out. Again, I love to see it. I'm gonna try and reach out to Mars. I did message him today, but unfortunately I think with the time zones I messaged him a little bit late. I want to try and get his thoughts on the season and see if he really enjoys it, because who better to ask about an arena meta than the guy who literally just plays it more than anyone. But again, I couldn't get his thought back, but if he got within 24 hours he got Champs Division again, I'm guessing he must be vibing. I know the YouTube content at the moment, guys, has been a little bit of a mix. It's me playing some arena, it's some guide content. I'm still going to be bringing the news content, and don't worry, no matter what the meta is, I still love competitive Fortnite. I'm still going to be covering it on my YouTube channel. I'm still going to be doing viewing parties for a bunch of the pro scrims, the Cash Cups, FNCS, all that. Don't you guys worry. I've seen you in the comments freaking out. I haven't just switched up. It's just in this break, I really like to play the game. I like to, you know, freshen myself back up. I think as much as I know that I'm a commentator and I make guide videos, I still do like to hold myself at a certain standard. I don't want to just get absolutely bodied by the average player. So this is my chance to just play some games, really enjoy it. And don't worry, I'm getting back into my usual competitive grind, which I know you guys love. So if you like this video, please chuck a like on it. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. It would mean so much to me. I haven't said it in a while on YouTube because you guys always ask. The setup tour is coming. I've just ordered the final pieces to my room. I just ordered a whole bunch of lights. Once they arrive, once I put them up, you're finally getting the 100k YouTube sub special. I'm so sorry it took this long. I just want it to be really special, and I want to make it worth the wait after this long. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.